Hi, my name is Simone Welch from NutriVerus Chef. Today's episode is about chicken chili. It's a healthy version for a comfort food that we all love. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is also for those of you who have crock pots. Look on the blog, NutriVerusChef.com, for the full crock pot recipe, because we all know, in crock pots you can go ahead and use the raw ingredients. You don't have to necessarily use the cooked ingredients. However, again, these are cooked ingredients, or excuse me, the cooked chicken and the cooked cannellini beans, and we're going to go ahead and get started. What you'll need for this recipe, again, is either a crock pot or a large pot. Go ahead and take the lid off. We're turning this on to high heat. The ingredients that you will have is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, salt and pepper to taste. I like half a teaspoon of each. Again, it's up to you, it's to taste. Half a teaspoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of thyme, preferably French thyme, 1 to 2 garlic cloves minced. I like 2 garlic cloves. It really gives and adds flavor and depth to the chili, but again, it's your choice. 1 to 2 jalapenos diced, 1 poblano pepper diced, 1 medium to large onion diced, and 1 green bell pepper diced. 16 ounces of cooked chicken, preferably shredded. We have cannellini beans, 16 ounces. We have 4 cups of either chicken broth or chicken stock. If you are using chicken broth, what you'll want to do is add just a couple of cubes of bouillon or a couple of the creamed sachets that you can get from the grocery store separately. So we went ahead and we're going to put the 2 tablespoons of olive oil in. Get the pan nice and hot. You can go ahead and use your hand. Feel the temperature of the pan. I can hear the oil cracking. So that means that it's time to get going and add the vegetables. Go ahead and add the, ooh, it's a great sound. We're adding the green bell pepper. Then we'll want to add the poblano pepper. The jalapenos, again, we're adding all of the vegetables. And the onion. If you have a crock pot, go ahead and do the same thing. Start adding all the ingredients into the pot on high heat. If you have a crock pot and you're using the cooked ingredients, what you'll do is add all of these ingredients into your crock pot. And then what you'll do is set it on medium for about an hour, hour and a half, really depending on the powerfulness, I guess, if you will, of your crock pot. Now, if you have a pot, what we're going to do, and this is extremely important, what we're doing now is we're searing and getting the vegetables a little bit soft, but we're really keeping them slightly firm. That's so important because they're going to have about 30 to 45 minutes of cooking time. And you really want to watch that when the chili is cooking. Now, as we're going ahead and searing these vegetables, it takes about 5 to 7 minutes. Again, if you like them firm. If not, you want really soggy, gushy vegetables. I know some people that like that. You'll want to go ahead and sear your vegetables for 10 to 12 minutes, depending if you have a gas range or an electric range. Again, you know your range and you know your pots, so go ahead and use your best judgment. It's cooking. You are the chef in your own kitchen. It is not rocket science. Cooking is actually really fun and really easy and a really great break in between coming home from a long day and taking that downtime to go ahead and fix yourself something really healthy where you know that exactly what you're putting into your body. So go ahead and kick off your shoes, make a great meal, and you know exactly what you're putting in your body. All right, so this is gone for about 3 minutes. We're going to go ahead and keep cooking that. What you'll also add at the end of cooking your chicken chili is, of course, the NutriVerus. And for some of you who really like the added minerals, add a couple pinches of sea salt, preferably Celtic with this recipe. It's great. I know some of you really like the pink Himalayan sea salt. Again, please use sea salt. Do not use table salt. Sea salt has the minerals in it. And it looks like this is ready what you'll see in the pot is the vegetables, they almost let off a really nice smell. And you can really smell it now. It smells so good. So then at this point, what you'll want to do, not before, after about 5 minutes, it's my choice, I have a gas range, 7 minutes for electric ranges, and also depending on your pot, you want to add the garlic. I love using fresh garlic. Why? It gives far more flavor, and I know exactly what's going into the dish. It's fresh, just as with any fresh herb versus dry herb. You know that your fresh ingredients are going to yield far better results than what they normally would if you just get it out of a can or get it out of a jar. Now what we're going to do is add 4 cups of chicken broth or chicken stock. And of course you heard this hearing stop. That's good. Go ahead and stir it. Keep it on high. But meanwhile, add the 1 tablespoon of thyme. Stir it around continuously. We want these ingredients to boil, or we want, excuse me, the stock to go ahead and boil. Half a teaspoon of cumin. Depending on your tastes, you can go ahead and add your Celtic sea salt. I'm adding approximately half a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt and half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Again, this is to taste. Once you go ahead and taste the chicken chili, add whatever ingredients that you want to go ahead and add, because that is extremely important and that's your touch. For instance, what I will personally do is, as some of you know from reading my blog, we'll go ahead and add a little bit more garlic powder, my choice. Again, it's to taste. And 21 seasoning salute. If you are not near a Trader Joe's, for instance, for the 21 seasoning salute, or you cannot get it at your local grocers, there's a great recipe on our website for a seasoning salute. Now, even before this boils, we're going to go ahead and add the cooked chicken. What I love about this recipe is that we don't have to actually cook the soup or all of the ingredients within the soup. It's just cooking the vegetables very quickly, adding the chicken stock or chicken broth, and adding the cooked chicken and the cooked cannellini beans. And all of those flavors are going to merge well very, very nicely together. This feeds about 4 to 6 people, depending on appetites. And this will go ahead and come to a boil, and then I'm just going to go ahead and turn it down. Again, for some of you that want to go ahead and add the 2 chicken bouillon or the 2 creamed chicken bouillons, if you will, go ahead and add that now. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of scissors here. Just add it and let it sit. It will meld in with the rest of the ingredients. Once it starts boiling, bring the heat down to medium-low, and you will cook this for approximately 35 to 45 minutes, depending on how much you want those ingredients to go ahead and sear together, make a nice, rich, healthy chicken chili. This is full of so much vitamin C, you're going to love it. Now, for a nice topping, an alternative to the sour cream that we put on our chilies all the time, and the cheese and all this other stuff, this is something that I think you're really going to like. Again, you are the chef. Go ahead and play with these ingredients and get something that you really like. What I do is I get approximately 3/4 cup of plain yogurt, preferably the thicker kind. I get about a third a cup of sour cream. Add those 2 together. Just start stirring them up. The camera can catch this. And you'll just go in small movements. And then you'll fold the ingredients together, like as so. And you will then add 3 diced green onions. This is going to add nice flavor. You will fold these in. This makes a very, very nice topping for the chicken chili. With all those flavors together, it really tops off the chicken chili. And for some of you that want as much NutriVerus in your recipe as possible, you can go ahead and add about 1/4 to 1/3 teaspoon into this creme fraiche, if you will, and you can go ahead and add it on top of the chicken chili. Now, I don't know about you, but while this is simmering, I can hear it boiling now, so I'm going to bring it down to medium-low heat. I'm going to let that simmer for about 35 to 45 minutes, again, depending on your gas or electric range. And I'm going to go ahead and get changed and get ready for dinner. Welcome back. Now, this has been cooking for about 35 to 45 minutes. You've kicked off your shoes, or maybe you've even changed into comfort clothing. We're going to go ahead and remove the lid. Oh, and all that aroma is coming off. It smells so good. So what we're going to go ahead and do is to add 2 scoops of NutriVerus. Again, the heat is off. Why? Because we do not want the NutriVerus and all of its vitamin potency to be destroyed with any heat that's over 100 degrees. And it tastes great. So we'll add that in. Oh, it smells so good. You're gonna love this recipe. Go ahead and add 1 to 2 pinches of salt. I like 2. And again, I use Celtic sea salt in this recipe. Just provides for better cooking, and you still get those minerals that you need. Grab your ladle. You scoop out just a couple of scoops here. It smells great and it looks fabulous. The camera wants to come closer here. So you can see all of the ingredients have melded nicely together. Look at that stock, it's beautiful. We'll add some of our sour cream mix that we made. It's gorgeous. And I like to, instead of adding some cheese, I add a couple slices of avocado. Still get that richness in there with all the good fats versus the cheese with some of the very bad fats. Now that is our chicken chili. You can find this and more recipes like this on NutriVerusChef.com. Thanks so much again for watching.